My knuckles are just on off of the clavicle onto the first two ribs. And what I'm going to do is, now I'm going to push this way on the right, and what I'll have you do is you turn your head to the right a little bit. When I go to the left, you turn to the left a little bit. Okay? So, okay, and go right, and breathe, and go left, and good. And breathe in, and breathe out. Good, just real easy. Boy, you feel that move?
Yep.
And left. So we got a costo-transverse move, and good. And to the right, and exhale. Good. Okay, just nice and easy. Nice way to get C7T1T2 moving a little bit because of the ribs there, and just doing a little bit of head movement with it. So, okay. Now think about it. If I'm going to compress here, I'm pushing it posteriorly.
Right.
So here's the front. So I push here.
Mm-hmm.
So I want her to turn her head to that side.
That side, okay.
Because that will at least facilitate movement that way. Okay. You're losing your things.
What's it?
Okay. How's that feel?
Good, you know, it's funny, I feel like my scaling might be tight because you did it over here. I thought the kind of scaling.
What would you do?
Scaling?
Yeah.
And press a point down per foot, and then a point here and a point here.
Yeah.
Show us. This is cool.
Can I check it before?
Yep. So with this kind of thing, you don't want to do a strumming palpation. You want to just kind of just press, so you find the tender spot. Okay. That's right there. Yeah. Okay. So I start by just holding this point here.
Why that point?
This is a point on the spleen channel, and the spleen is the meridian in the organ that rules the muscles and tendons. Not tendons, I'm sorry, just the muscles. So we start here, and I hold that, and then I come back here. Any change?
Yeah, so if you want to feel it now.
Do you want to feel it? A little different, and then so if I'm working with other people, I might have them hold that while I hold other points, or if I'm by myself, I put the needle in there, and then there's 2 points that I would compare on her wrist. This is, this point in here is on the lung channel. I think it's helpful because often with scaling tightness, the tighter it gets, often people will get numbness and tingling in the arm. So the lung is responsible for oxygenating the tissue, and numbness in Chinese medicine is considered a lack of oxygen to the tissue. So we press here, and again, is that now? And so I would needle that, and then this one is a heart, on the heart channel, but for me, this one is just more kind of a myofascial connection up to here. And I would go here. And then I would go here. So then I would have 3 needles in, softening that as much as I can. And then I might, if there was still residual, I'd put a very shallow needle wherever there was a little bit of tenderness left. And then for this one in particular, this is a great point to do those little thread direct moxes that you might have seen David do. I don't know what kind of moxie you saw him do, but so we put a little cream there, we roll little teeny pieces like the size of a thread. The mox is a kind of cottony herb, and it's like a rice size to maybe like half a grain of rice. And we put that on there, light it with a little incense, it burns down, and it kind of sends a little spike of heat deeper into the tissue.
Yeah, and it's interesting because, I mean, if you feel it now, like, I mean, just by doing
the palpation,
it doesn't, because, you know, I always look this way, you know, your skin is your fastest communicator with your brain. As soon as you touch, everyone should keep that in mind when you do anything.
Yep.
So as soon as you touch, it's already sending a signal.